You've probably heard about Higgsfield and you're curious whether it's actually good or just another overhyped AI tool. Today I'll show you exactly what Higgsfield does, how to use its most powerful features, and whether it's worth the investment for creating professional AI videos and images. Because without understanding what you're getting into, you could end up burning through your money or missing out on the most versatile AI tools available right now. Higgsfield is an all-in-one platform that gives you access to multiple AI models like Sora 2, VO 3.1, Kling 3.0, and many more, all under one subscription. And honestly, this is one of the main reasons I started using Higgsfield in the first place. Instead of paying for each platform separately, you get everything in one place. Let's jump into image generation. Click on the Image tab and you'll see a model selection drop-down. One of the most popular models is Nano Banana Pro because it produces some of the most realistic images in the industry. You can also access Flux, Seedream, and other models depending on the style you're going for, because each model has its own strengths. I'll select Nano Banana Pro as my model and type this prompt: ultra-realistic New York City street at dusk. A yellow taxi paused at a crosswalk as light snow falls under warm streetlights. Wet asphalt reflecting neon signs. Pedestrians in winter clothing softly blurred in the background. Natural depth of field, accurate scale, realistic textures, cinematic lighting, photorealistic style. The result looks surprisingly real. The composition feels balanced and believable, like a real photo rather than an AI image. And that's exactly what I love, because I can use these images for client work or social media content without people immediately knowing it's AI generated. The aspect ratio options are flexible too. You can create vertical images for social media, landscape for YouTube thumbnails, or square for Instagram posts. And with the 2K and 4K resolution options, your images come out sharp and professional looking every single time. I usually go with 2K because it's the sweet spot between quality and credit cost, but when I need something for print or high-end projects, that 4K option is amazing to have. I also tested Seedream 4.0 with the same prompt, just to compare. The result was still really good, but Nano Banana Pro had this extra level of realism that just made it look more like an actual photograph. In my experience, Seedream works better for more stylized or artistic content, but for pure realism, Nano Banana Pro wins every time. One thing to keep in mind is that sometimes you'll get small details that need editing, like random text appearing on clothing or objects. It's not a huge deal because you can just adjust your prompt to say no text on clothing or solid colors, and the next generation usually fixes it. Now, generating beautiful images is one thing, but what if you want to create a whole series of content with the same person or character, like multiple social media posts, a story sequence, or even a full campaign? Normally, with AI tools, every generation gives you a completely different face, which makes building any kind of consistent brand or narrative basically impossible. But Higgsfield actually has a solution for this that works surprisingly well. Click on the Character tab, and you can create a custom avatar from reference photos. The platform analyzes your images and creates a character model that stays consistent across every generation. The process is pretty straightforward. You'll want to take photos of yourself or your character in front of a solid background. If you're using a made-up character, you can use the image generation feature I just showed you to create multiple angles of them. So let me walk you through exactly how I did this. First, I went to the Image Generation tab, selected Nano Banana Pro, and typed this prompt: a young woman with flowing honey blonde hair, warm brown eyes, wearing a soft cream sweater, genuine smile, neutral gray background, front-facing portrait, professional photography style. I set the aspect ratio to 9:16 and the resolution to 2K, then hit Generate. Once I had that base image, I went to the Apps tab at the top and clicked on Shots. This app takes one image and generates 9 different angles from it. I love this feature because it's so much faster than generating each angle individually. It literally saves me like 20 minutes per character. I uploaded my base image of the woman, hit Generate, and waited about a minute. The result gave me front-facing shots, side profiles, 3/4 views, and different perspectives, all of the same character. From those 9 shots, I selected the best ones, and then I I hit upscale to get them in full resolution. While those were processing, I went back to image generation to create a few more with different expressions, like smiling, serious, surprised, just to give the AI more variety to work with. Once you have about 20 images total, go to the Character tab, click Create Character, and upload all of your images. Then give your character a name. I'll call mine Emma. After that, just hit Create and let it train. The whole process takes about 45 minutes. Once it's ready, Emma will appear in my character library. Now here's where it gets really cool. I clicked on her character profile and hit Generate. In the prompt box, I wrote, Emma exploring a mystical crystal cave, her expression filled with wonder, purple lighting casting shadows, cinematic quality. I kept the settings on auto and hit generate. As you can see, she looks exactly like the reference images. Let me show you another one. Emma sitting at a wooden table in a modern coffee shop, laptop open, sunlight streaming through windows, warm tones. Again, she maintains perfect consistency even though she's in a totally different setting. This level of reliability is really difficult to achieve with most AI platforms. So this is definitely one of Higgsfield's major strengths. Now that you have your character, there's a feature unique to Higgsfield that allows you to take things even further. This feature lets you choose specific camera bodies, lenses, and settings instead of just typing prompts and hoping for the best. I'm talking about Cinema Studio, which is very unique in AI creation. It allows you to act more like a creative director, giving you complete control over everything. And as someone who loves having control over the aesthetic of my content, this feature is honestly one of my favorites. You can select an Airy Alexa with a Panavision lens, or a red V-Raptor with Hawk V-Light. Each combination affects the final image in different ways. For example, a Petzval lens gives you this swirly, dreamy bokeh around the edges. A Helios lens has more warping and character. The workflow is built around what they call the hero frame. You generate images first, pick the best one, and then animate that into a video, which I'll show you later. This gives you way more control than just typing a prompt and letting the AI do whatever it wants. I tested this with Emma. First, go to Cinema Studio and click on the camera icon. This opens up the camera and lens selection. I scrolled through and selected Airy Alexa 35 for the camera body, then chose Panavision C-Series at 35mm for the lens. In the prompt box, I'm typing, Emma stands thoughtful on a misty beach at sunrise, waves gently rolling in behind her, soft morning light, cinematic wide shot. I kept the aspect ratio at 16:9 and hit generate. The result came out incredibly cinematic. The image quality was perfect. Emma looked exactly like her character model, and there was this beautiful shallow depth of field with the background softly blurred. The bokeh from the Panavision lens gave it that dreamy professional film look. You can test all these options to find the one you like best. To show you an example, I'll try a completely different aesthetic with the same scene. I went back to the camera selection and switched to Red V-Raptor for the camera body and Cook S4 for the lens. I used the exact same prompt. Emma stands thoughtful on a misty beach at sunrise, waves gently rolling in behind her, soft morning light, cinematic wide shot. The result was basically the same scene, but from a different movie. This time, it was a very clean, sharp image with warmer colors. Everything was in focus, and the overall feel was more documentary style than cinematic. It's pretty cool how much control you have over the aesthetic just by changing the camera and lens combination. Now, Cinema Studio doesn't magically solve every AI generation issue. Complex motion like cutting vegetables or running can still look a bit off sometimes. And if you're working with branded content, text or logos can occasionally morph if the shot gets too complicated. But honestly, that's an issue with AI video generation in general, not just Higgsfield. What Cinema Studio does really well is give you a workflow that feels more like directing than prompting. You're making intentional creative choices about how you want your shot to look. And when it works, the results look absolutely cinematic. But creating those beautiful images is only half of what Higgsfield can do. The exciting part is bringing them to life with video generation. When you click on the video tab, you'll see options for draw to video, sketch to video, and several other workflows. The real power is in the model selection. Click the model dropdown and you'll see everything available to you. Google Veo 3.1 for ultra-realistic cinematic shots, Kling 3.0 for character-focused content with multi-shot sequences, natural expression, expressions and dialogue, and several others depending on what you're creating. I switch between these models constantly depending on what I'm working on. Now, each model does have completely different settings, credit costs, and limitations, so you'll need to spend a little time figuring out which model works best for your specific content style. It's not super complicated, but there is a small learning curve. Once you get the hang of it though, having all these options in one place is honestly amazing. Let me show you a practical example. First, let's do text to video. Click on the Video tab, then select Create Video. In the model dropdown, I chose Kling 3.0 because I wanted something with natural movement and good audio. In the prompt box, I wrote, "A barista pours steaming coffee into a white ceramic cup at a modern cafe. Smooth camera movement, warm morning lighting, ambient cafe sounds." I set the duration to 5 seconds, kept the aspect ratio at 16:9, and hit generate. The result came back in about 2 minutes. The coffee pour looked realistic. The steam rose naturally, and you could hear the ambient cafe sounds in the background. The camera movement was smooth and professional looking. If you want more control over your final result, however, image to video gives you exactly that. Using the hero frame workflow I mentioned earlier, I'll take this picture of Emma we made in Cinema Studio and click to animate it. This took me to the video generation settings. The model was automatically set to Higgsfield's video model since I was working in Cinema Studio. In the prompt box, I wrote, "Emma stands on the beach as gentle waves roll in behind her. Her hair moves softly in the ocean breeze. She looks out toward the horizon thoughtfully. Cinematic movement, soft morning light." I set the duration to 5 seconds and hit generate. The result was absolutely stunning. Emma's hair moved naturally in the wind, the waves rolled in smoothly behind her, and her subtle movements looked completely realistic. The cinematic quality from the Panavision lens carried through into the video, keeping that beautiful shallow depth of field and dreamy bokeh. And you're not limited to just this model. This image to video process works with any image you generate using the image generation feature. So you could generate an image with Nano Banana Pro and animate it with VO 3.1 or Kling 3. The possibilities are honestly endless. When you match the right model to the right project, the results are incredible. But after seeing all of those insane features, you're probably wondering how much all of this costs. Higgsfield offers several plans. The basic plan starts at $9 per month, but that's pretty limited. If you want serious access, you're looking at the Ultimate plan, which is currently on sale for $34 per month. And honestly, for everything you're getting, I think that's a really solid deal. I get access to Sora, VO, Kling, and every other top model in one place without juggling multiple subscriptions. Plus, whenever a new model drops, it's immediately available in my dashboard. The character consistency and Cinema Studio features alone have saved me so much time on projects. You also get so many apps that are exclusive to Higgsfield that make your workflow way easier. After using this daily for weeks, it's become essential to my workflow. If you're serious about creating professional AI content, it's absolutely worth it. Now, the craziest thing is that all of the features you've seen today are specifically unique. Most importantly though, Higgsfield doesn't stop at just these. If you want to go ahead and test out everything Higgsfield has to offer, go ahead and sign up to Higgsfield using my link down in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.